Good day everybody, RagingRaptor here, and I welcome you to a new World of Tanks video and probably something even new to in general on my YouTube channel. Because today I would like to do not only a Raptor analysis, I want to do a Raptor analysis of a advanced game. An advanced game we play today against Rezis. I don't really know the clan, and I have to say again, this is the first time I'm doing it because this is like the first advanced I fully played with every single game, and we got very lucky, but we also had very decent strategies. I'm personally not the field commander of this game, so I can't really say what exactly went through his head, but I can say how I personally played it, and I can try to emulate what he wanted to say. So before we keep on going, this is our lineup which we had in the first round. The first round is usually very random. Usually you either take a troll setup, hence why we have an IS-7 for example, but sometimes they also take it rather seriously. Like Rezis has a pretty serious setup with 2 260s, 5 chieftains, 1 BC, 4 907s, 2 EBRs, and 1 Conqueror gun carrier. We have just a GW E100 and 1 EBR, 4 907s, 5 chieftains, 2 279 tryhards, 1 277, and an IS-7. And with our setup and with their setup, we've decided, or rather our field commander decided, to go up into the C1 position. Don't forget that in advanced you always have things like airstrikes, which can do, or artillery strikes, excuse me, and it can do a shitload of damage. Like, you can't say it else, it's a huge amount of damage. Plus, because we're also bunched up, the enemy artillery has a huge bonus going for it. We are playing obviously the 279 because I obviously have to flex for our clan a little bit, and yeah, I finally arrived. I am a little bit on the slower side. I had a bad, a bad spawn, and in the end it is very important when you play such games that you have somebody which is a caller, a shot caller. For example, usually I do it, but most of the time we also have other people, and they're just like, yeah, like, look guys, there is somebody with 850 HP, let's go for him. Or I saying, look, I'm going for the 700 HP guy. Or now I see, oh, this guy's a one-shot, I can go for it if I'm not trash at the game. I see he went back into cover, hence why I decided to go for this guy, but you can see I'm trash at the game, and I just made a stupid shot. Luckily enough there, I didn't get blowed up immediately, and I'm now able to finish off this guy. Yeah. A good call by the enemy for trying to go for a triple cap, but our 907s were fast enough, and we had an overmatch on the upper side with having more people and being able to trade better. And obviously not to forget that, yeah, 279 is broken basically. We still do our shot calling, or rather target calling, because it's important. We are still not that clear at the moment. And now, yeah, we just say, yeah, let's go for a 907 now, because he was the low HP target, and the less guns are around the better, and now we can just focus on the last 907 while our other 907s clear out the base. And yeah, this first game, very quick, and goes into our favor, which I think is a good thing. Which I do think is a very good thing. So, the only two things which are still remaining are an enemy EBR and the artillery. So, again, I don't personally know how Rezis plays. I think it's a fairly new clan. I never saw them in the campaign when I played it, and I played a decent chunk of games. I think around 70 or even 80 games, if I'm not mistaken, during the Clan Wars campaign. And yeah, it is important to note that obviously in Advanced and now Clan Wars, the more 279s you have, the more freer and sometimes even the more active you can play, because as dumb as it sounds, and I already looked at it from the armor model wise, when your 279 stands like this, it is incredibly hard to penetrate. Like, the only real spot to penetrate it is down here with heat through between the tracks, but it is super hard. We'll see it in another game where we play it against them. Again, we had to play several games to win or lose the advance. And yeah, now it's just the enemy artillery left, which will die in just a second. And Raging seeing an opportunity to do a team kill, because we all try to have fun at this game. Now, what we got for this game was this one right here. I was lucky enough to do the most amount of damage. In the end, I only blocked 880 damage or something, but this is how it looked. Our arty sadly got killed very quickly. The enemy artillery also didn't do that much damage, I think, but still, this was the first game. So let's jump into the second one. The second game is on the map Redshire, one of the maps which I personally enjoy the most to play in, as I usually play in the EBR, but once again, because 279 is a very rare tank in our clan still, I am playing the 279. Just quickly get our HUD up. We had 3 EBRs. In most of such games where you need vision control, and yes, EBR at the moment is basically the only tier 10 light tank you will need. So in such games where we have a look at map control and so on, we personally play a lot with double EBRing, where we try to get one of their EBRs out because we are pushing in 2. At this time, it sadly simply didn't work. My position is on the D1 line to hold off a potential push or even spot a potential enemy like the 260 over there, which I am going to have a little brawl against. It's important to note though that the 260 is still a rather strong tank when it comes to being held down. It has a strong turret, it has a little weak spots. I got lucky enough with penetrating it once, we'll see just in a minute. And he also did a good call of shooting a G at me. And now we already are on the back foot. We already lost 2 people. Luckily, we could get 1 EBR out as well. And now it's just, well, each team has 1 EBR. And it's very, very important. Redshire is such a spot-dependent map. And you can see, I personally got very lucky there with penetrating the 260 below the gun mantlet. So, now, the thing you might see me doing here is, again, I try to a lot not stand in a... Oh, God damn it, why is it not working? There we go. I try to over-angle a little bit, because if I'm over-angling, they have basically no chance of penetrating my upper front plate, which is the, in quotation marks, weak spot. The only thing they can penetrate is this lip over here with heat, because it's just 260mm thick, and the belly arm, which is 55mm thick. But again, it's very, very hard to hit for the enemy. Hence why I'm trying to do a little bit of wiggling, and you can see I intentionally raise my gun up, meaning I have no shots on him, but I'm making my armor a lot more quicker. He did a good call there. He went to a position I didn't expect it, and because we are standing in such a good hold down position, or rather in a position where we use all of our gun depression, it is incredibly hard for him to penetrate us, which is the big deal about the 279. When you are now looking on our minimap, you will see that we are now starting to a rotation. We at the moment are trying to look. We know we lost an EBR very, very quickly, and this is due to the fact that T95 chieftains were here. This is basically standard on this map. You usually just push some chieftains onto the G5 position and try to play from there. Meanwhile, I personally also start to load some HE shells, which might work or not. And yeah, now we're just waiting for the rotations to finish, maybe get the EBR out, maybe get some free damage onto the chieftains into their side. And we still left one 279 on the other side. We still have a fairly quick setup when we once again look at it. We have still 5 907s, we have a 277 which is fast, and the chieftains which are not that slow either. You could see though, however, the chieftains took a much quicker route, where the 2 907s took a much more liberal route, or a more longer route. Now, our goal was to just keep on pushing. I'm deciding not to repair the stun, because until I'm up there, it will take around 10 seconds till I can shoot at him. So yeah, why should I repair the stun when I could still use the medkit, which is a very, very important thing. Now it will be interesting to see where the enemy is standing and what we can do. Now we're trying obviously to get one of their tanks out for free, which is the 260. I myself did a slight stupid move for our team. I just wanted to also do a shot in, and I immediately retreated because our team was able to shoot at it. I don't know if it was faster for me to shoot or not, but yeah. Now deciding to go for this stone over there after getting one more shot into the 907 over there, which was perfectly executed into the lower plate. Very, very lucky. And now we're spotted, and now the bounce galore basically starts. Except for artillery, which is really annoying, but we all know that. You can see, this is what I mean. I definitely have to get into such a position so our lower plate is angled upwards. It makes this tank almost impossible to penetrate. My problem now, however, is I have 80 seconds till my commander is back, and without a commander, I'm basically useless. I can't spot anybody. I'm gonna just stay there and be a DPM bot, if you want to call it like that. If I have shots on a chieftain, I will obviously try to go for them, but most likely I can't. And you can see my problem is I don't know if I'm spotted, and I don't know if the where they're shooting from. But you can see 279 herder armor. And this is basically the only, can I go in free camp? There we go. The only real spot the enemy can penetrate me right now. And it's this part over here, or rather below here, because of the angle we have. But again, they are around 420 meters away. Hitting this spot is incredible hard, to say the least. Still, after repairing my tracks, I decided it's not worth it to just bait shots, because our team is not advancing anything. And you can see our field commander decides to do once again a rotation. This is very, very important. On this map, Redshire is a very rotation heavy map. Hence why it is very important to still have EBRs, which we luckily have, which is a good plus for us. Now you can see all the 907s are saying goodbye, and they are rotating to the other side, and they probably will start a push over there. Meanwhile, I personally have to wait until I have my rep kit back. That's very medkit back. It's very important, so I know when I'm spotted, and I know that I can spot enemy people which are camping behind there, like the 907 or some of the chieftains. You can see I'm still waiting. I really want to go already, but I'm waiting until I have my commander back, which I have now, so I can now go back into the action, back into the fray, see if I can bait some shots, maybe spot somebody. What we didn't know now is that the enemy 907s all relocated, and we shouldn't forget there's still 4 907s unspotted, so our spotters didn't do the best job yet. Now I am angling slightly more towards the chieftains, so when they get spotted I have shot onto them, and now it's very important for us to clean off the hill on G5. You can see we get some nice shots in from our 907s, and now I'm trying to do my part with a teeny tiny blind shot there, because nothing is spotted at the moment. But at the moment, key for us is to finish off the middle position. The G5 has to be cleared so we can't get flanked while we push into the E0 line down there. So we are trying to get the best out of killing the remaining chieftains in the middle. Again, chieftain is an incredible powerful tank. Luckily, get a nice shot into his side, even de-tracking him. He has to blow his repair kit. He pushes over, and you can see he is exploding in now by Timmy, our other 279. Hooray! It's still not won yet. The enemy can still do a lot of damage with just purely using DPM, but we are getting close to the point where we have the overhand and we can start doing pushes. At the moment I was a little bit uncertain what to do. You can see there is a big bulk down there by the enemy, and a very, very nice snipe shot, which was incredibly lucky to hit because it was basically spot on where I was aiming. Gives me another 430 damage hit onto an enemy chieftain, maybe even another one when he's peeking, but basically right now I did a mistake there. I should have just pushed forward, because they are not spotting me at the moment, and they don't need to shoot at me, and I should probably help our 277 so he doesn't die solo. But then again, we are 4 tanks ahead, which is a lot. We have great positions over there by our chieftains. We still have a spotter left. The enemies can't really be anywhere else except in here. We have 1 artillery left. So it's just a little attrition game, nothing else. Unlucky for them, they killed one of their allies, I think, with an arty strike. Happens from time to time, was really unlucky for them, obviously. It's a tank missing. And yeah, now it's me just pushing over, trying to get some more damage in, pad our numbers, say, yeah, look how useful I am because I'm such a good player. Hence why I'm shooting into the ground and not on the enemy. Obviously, with my might, I want to give those poor enemies some help. Hence, I'm also now starting to shoot AP like an idiot. And yeah, this game is over right now with nothing else left for me, with 2,200 damage on the clock. And that's not what should have happened. What I got in the end was 2,600, meaning I hit the blind shot on the chieftain. Please note, just showing damage numbers is not the best thing, to be honest, because, well, our field commander Podstraf, he just did 1,700 spot damage, normal damage, but he did like 4 or 5k normal spot damage. So yeah. But this is how it looked for us. You can see in competitive gaming, usually artillery is quite a powerful tool, especially on maps like these, where it is very, sometimes even draining or long taking to get going. So let's move on to the next map. So here we are now on the map Ensk. Our team has 1 277, we have 2 279s, we have 6 chieftains, a WZ5A, a 907, 2 E3s and 2 E4s. And you can see the enemy team Rezis has a little bit more a heavier setup with 2 260s, 3 277s, only 3 chieftains, 2 VKs, which have an incredible good penetration on their heat rounds, a WZ5A, and also 2 E3s and 2 E4s. So this is probably why our field commander decided to play the field. The field usually is, I personally didn't really saw it a lot being played. We usually went for city-ish stuff, but because we have a little bit faster setup, we for a fact know that they probably will play the city, we decided to go into the field. Interesting enough, we started to see that they are also going to the field. So my position was here between those tracks, train cars or train wagons, and we got a nice little snipe shot into the side because we had a decent spot. We still have to look out, however, what we are going to do. We don't know where the main bulk of their force is. It is most likely, though, that the E3s and the E4s are sniping down here, down the railroads. This is what ours are doing. You can see it. E3 is there, another E3 is there, and there are our E4s. And now we start to see, SpaghettiOs. There are some 277s and 260s rushing into the city of our side. So now it starts to get a little bit tougher, and now we see that they are splitting their forces and they're trying to clamp down on us. I see that they had a chance to hit people there. This was a stupid shot anyway. I shouldn't have taken it. I didn't have a chance really to penetrate the VK. But now it gets very, very, very interesting. I was very lucky to penetrate with a D-tracking shot with heat onto the 277. He got an additional shot because of it, and he made it much lower. But right now it doesn't look good. We are 0-3, we are 3 behind, we are around 300 HP behind. Which doesn't sound that much, but the enemy definitely has us on our back foot, so very well done by them. Unlucky for some of them for the Object 260 there, which basically almost burned down solo. I'm trying to get a nice shot into the side of E4, which worked perfectly because heard or Russian accuracy. But now I have to focus on our base. You can see people are coming. That was a stupid shot by me. I should have aimed way more back to hit the gun turret ring of the VK. And I'm still trying to find some of the low HP shots. Again, very bad shot by me. As already said, I'm trash at the game. And now I see the 260. I went for the 260 because it usually has better DPM. Although the 260 is more, is less a threat to me personally. I just know that it has more DPM and is more mobile and can be a big pain in the ass. And now it looks like it's lost basically. We are same when it comes to HP. But we are 5 tanks behind. So that was incredible well played by Rezis on the city part. They did a great push there. And you can see now, nice, 260 got another shot in. I just say, you know what, I want to get him out, but you can see Raging Trash is not really good at the game. And I lose a lot of damage right now. And I'm not going for the 277 right now, right there. I just want to get the 260 out. It is important for us to get kills out of the game. Lucky enough, seriously lucky enough, Killer Chris is saving me from this 277. The VK is not looking at me, and the E3 is also not looking at me. So we just have the 260 over there, which is a one-shot, and the VK. So I just have to look what the 260 is doing and try to get a decap into the VK, which I just did right there, and try to stay as long as possible safe. So now I see, probably hailed this VK before I'm going to die, because the E3 turns, I tried to turn myself, sadly didn't help out at all, so yeah, I'm dead now. But we were able to get some kills very, very quickly. So now it's 10-10 and we are ahead in HP. I think it was a little bit of a misjudged call by the enemy to not try to get me. I think the guys which pushed down here should have just killed me. I think I got like another 1,200 damage out on a kill, or 900 damage on a kill roughly. So this is again the key of winning such advanced games or even clan wars games, because they're very, very close to clan wars gameplay, is you have to focus an enemy. In the end, there should basically be only full HP guys and no HP guys. Like, there should only be full HP guys. If you did this, then you did it correctly, because killing low HP targets is very, very, very important. Otherwise, you didn't play it well. So this is the game we did now. Sadly, we had 2 with no damage. The enemy, again, you can see Rezis in general played better, because all of their tanks did a decent chunk of damage. It's not like one guy did an incredible amount. It's just a very good line of damage, basically. Killer Chris, on the other hand, did a very well job. And again, he saved my butt from the 277. I might even had been a high roll to finish him off, which was very, very good for us. But yeah, now let's go to the last game of this advanced. So, the last game we had, which was for their, for their base, was on Murovanka. Usually I play on this map in EBR, but because Timmy, which was the other 279, didn't play EA279, but played Spritzwagen or Sniper Schnitzel, I had to play 279, and we had 3 EBRs. Again, you can see it right now on our map. We try to get this EBR out. Vision control on such maps like Redshire, like this one, is incredibly important for anybody out there which plays advanced. I think you will understand what I'm talking about. Vision control on such big maps is hugely important. And you can see we got 2 shots in, and oh my god, oh my days, I feel bad for him. He got very unlucky. He got some damage from just falling down, but we did a huge chunk of damage onto them. Another thing is, and this is what our FC straight up said, is look at their setup. 5 chieftains, which are fairly quick with around 40 kph, and the rest 907s and 2 EBRs and a Conqueror. This is a rush setup. This is basically map control setup. You want to just bolt for one position and go for it, and do like mass on tanks into the enemy. We, on the other hand, we had a little bit of a defensive-ish setup. Again, 277, 279, 4 chieftains, 3 907s, the triple EBR and 2 RT. Obviously, the 2 RDs are where it is at. We decided to take it a little bit slower because we didn't know what they're doing. This is their last bastion, basically. We were thinking, well, they were probably going to, just, I don't know, camp. Myself, on the other hand, I'm going to take a nice bath over here. It is the position I was told to go. And once again, you can see I can drive up there and basically become impenetrable, except they're hitting our cupola. And now it gets very, very interesting. I want to... Can I please fly again? Thank you very much. Now our EBR did a very, very, very good job in spotting the chieftains which are coming from there. And they're like 4 chieftains or something. So they definitely know there is something coming. We have our chieftains over here, which can give me fire support when I'm here. So we are deciding, you know what? We are expecting the push over there. And again, I'm not the field commander. I'm just like, I'm personally a little bit concerned to just split our forces that hard. But now we are going to take all our 907s and our chieftains over here and let this push to be held off by me, the 277, I think 2 chieftains and the Streuselwagen. This is what our plan is, and try to go from the other side. I sadly don't have the footage of this because, well, it's out of my render range, and that's how it is. We now lose our first tank, and it was like 2 minutes into the game, and this is a very, very important spot. We still know they are here, they still didn't move away, and now we can see, oh, there he goes. They are starting to push. We even see a tree falling. And if you are playing artillery in such a game and you see trees falling, I highly recommend to report it to your field commander, because those are very, very important informations. Meanwhile, I'm still chilling here. I think I'm even on my mobile phone at this point because I was not paying attention. Because why should I? I'm just standing there. I'm like a block. I'm a wall. And you can see my reaction is like, oh, look, there are enemies. I spotted somebody. I got spot damage. I should probably do something. And this is what I mean. And it's even worse against chieftains. Chieftains have a huge... Like, in such a position, I already said between the track links, you can penetrate me with heat on the belly armor. But chieftains cannot. They don't have heat, they only have APCRs, they can only pen my cupola. So, they are basically shit out of luck. And you can see I'm not even trying to shoot for them, just maybe trying here and there to get a pot shot in, but that's it. I'm just holding them off. And you can see now we see there two, look, this is again, we have had a lot of damage over here. We got a lot of damage in, and we see the remaining force of chieftains is over here or over here. So they're just 2 chieftains. We have behind here like 2 chieftains, if I'm not mistaken, a 907 and a 277, I think, yeah. Or is it already, he is already, excuse me, he died. So now we're just saying, those are 2 free kills. Let's just go for them. I'm even trying to go for the cupola, which is nice and well. As again, he can only penetrate my cupolas, which was a great job by him. And now they're basically done for. Really. I'm going to get a nice shot into the roof of the chieftain, which is fairly weak. And with HE heat, it's pretty easy to finish off. I didn't want to go for the... killing blow, because I just saw the 907 YOLOing like this, so my 8-second reload time for 440 alpha would have been wasted, hence why I went for the shot there, for the full HP target shot. And my goodness, this was unlucky, 900 blow up. He could have done probably another shot of damage. And we've lost the other side, because they pushed their forces back in, and now the good thing is, we are a tank ahead. We are probably ahead in HP, I'm not entirely sure though, because I didn't saw those people over there. And we still have an EBR. Now, however, we are deciding to do, like, this is a call I personally thought was very risky, and I said this as well in TeamSpeak, but my job now is to go straight to over here. You can see already I'm hesitating, I don't really want to go straight, because I know that there are not very good positions to hide at. But our plan right now is to get me over here and another chieftain over here, so we can cover what is here and cover what is here. Don't forget, at the moment, how the game is looking, we are ahead. We have 2 artilleries, we have global range, and we have fire against covered 10 enemies. And we have a scout. This is incredibly important on such a map. So, again, now I'm decided to go full YOLO into this position. I, again, still really don't like it, because it makes me very vulnerable to get, well, basically flanked on the A line and on the 1 line. So, yeah, let's see how it goes over here. I got spotted. This is already the... basically the info that we know that somebody is on the A line. I still try to go up there to maybe get a spot into the chieftains over there, which might be, or somebody on the right hand side. Again I'm getting spotted. It is now clear that either somebody is over there, or now we can see it, it's a 907 over there. I don't really know who it was, but they are 2 907s. There are 2 907s out of 3 back there, and this is very, very unlucky for us. You can see there is another 907. I was sure that this was the second 907, because he wouldn't be so fast to go from here to here, especially through here without getting spotted by me. However, the bushes might have been able to obstruct sight, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, we shouldn't forget they still have artillery, and artillery can screw me over. You can already see he did a decent chunk of damage to me. I tried to get maybe some more spot on the chieftains, but yeah, we are already moving around a tiny bit to get some people over here to be able to get some cross shots in. The 907 shoots me, and now it was clear I have to run, basically. I have to run somehow. We have a 907 here, 907 there, and you can see they're picking me off like raisins. And I got lucky to not get completely ammo-racked and to survive with 315 HP. But I think next time, if I'm told to go to this position, I probably go just to this house, or maybe better even over here. I think is the best option. But then again, I can get flanked from here. It's a hard position. I have to have a look at that with our FC. And sadly, Tomom now dies in the chieftain because of artillery. And we still know there are 1 907 over here and 1 907 over here, and I'm most likely going to die in the next couple of minutes or seconds even, because artillery could finish me off. The good thing, however, is we know roughly where the artillery is. As Tomom said, he should be around H1. And this is again what I mean. Look at the minimap. We have control. We have an EBR. An EBR is incredibly powerful in such times. And now our EBR can go where he pleases and finish off the artillery while I do a stupid move and get picked off by the chieftain. Again, if somebody is staying above me, don't forget it's incredibly easy to penetrate the our 279. Above it, the armor loses all its magic. I already told you about in my armor guide. So yeah, now we are having a look at Killer Affe, which is doing some perfect damage onto the enemy chieftain over there, which is incredibly good. This is also showing that EBR is still a fighting vehicle. It has a great gun, it can even penetrate stuff, and he could hunt down this little sky piggy over here, which was very, very important for us. Now, it's just a matter of time of us just playing it down steadily or slowly, not wasting ourselves, not destroying our options. The problem is, however, we just have 2 minutes left to do it. Because if they win via capture, if they win via draw, we lose because we are on the attacking team. Here we are now. You can see sometimes the people are vanishing out of existence because, quite simply, I'm just switching around myself during the gameplay. Very nice start by Himmelskooker for getting another shot into the 907. Now it's just key to get the HPs down as much as possible. And you can see it's close. They just have to win this via draw. That's it. That's basically it. That's the only thing they have to do. Nicely done by Himmelskooker. Sadly, he gets immediately picked off himself by this chieftain over here from Leonard. Tiny high roll there. And you can see we also told Timmy in his Schlitzwagen to go as quickly as possible onto him. And you can see he bams in now DPM. On the other hand, we are over here, we had a 2v1 for Colony Seppers, which did a very decent job on finishing off one. And now he just have to get the first shot in, which he did. And he should, in theory, win the 1v1, which he did. Awesome sauce. You can see the chieftain is YOLOing to try and get these spots on the BR. He thinks he's in the bush, but he isn't. And artillery finishes him off. And now this is a 4-0 for us. Still very well played by Rezis. Like, I think sometimes we just got a little bit more lucky with tanks. You can see they didn't play with any 279. Might be they don't have any 279, and it's an incredible powerful tank, as you could see in some of the gameplays ourselves. And this was the last game. You can see I was personally incredibly useless, and Killer Affe did actually a decent job in his EBR, also doing quite a lot of damage. So, I hope you enjoyed this Raptor analysis of advanced gameplay. If so, let me know in the comment section below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, again, thumbs it up. If you didn't, thumbs it down. I'm always happy to hear your feedback. It might be a little bit, how should I say, selective that I just took this one. It's just the one I played today, and obviously we won, so it's a good footage for us, duh. But again, there were close calls. This was a close game. It was another close game with the ends game, so I have to say Rezis did an incredible well job still, even though we played them 4-0. Like, very well played by them, and I hope we play against them again, because we can learn a lot from them as well. And if you want to see more stuff like this, feel free to leave a subscription down in the comment section. No, just leave me a sub, and I'm happy with that. My name is RagingRaptor from the Odem Mortis clan on the EU server. Thanks for watching, and please comment on my shitty gameplay.